So the me, this person, is having an experience. And we know the story of that experience. It's a very odd thing. It's full of all kinds of adventures, all kinds of goings on, and never seems to end. It's never seemed really to begin. The person never starts, right? The person always has found myself in the middle of this experience. Somehow, how did I get here? No one knows. It's just this experience. I'm like on this train called my life, and it's going on with all of this stuff, all of these happenings, random it seems, but whatever. Also, there's a pattern to it, maybe, or at least there seems to be. And that's part of the journey, is part of the story of this experience, is that as this person, I'm always trying to get a handle on what this pattern is, trying to recognize the patterns, and so I can use them right, because I'm in a story, and part of that story is me using everything that shows up, because there's a journey going on. Like I said, I'm on a train, moving and trying to move in the right way. And like I say, things are showing up in some kind of order. I notice, there's a kind of order to things. I don't really know what that is, but like I'm saying, that's part of this experience, is sort of this feeling of trying to get a handle on how things are ordered and what is what. Well, it's the famous knowledge that we're always talking about, the knowing. So it's like a journey of knowing. I'm riding this train, and there's a story of knowing somehow being played out with me at the center of it. Things to know about. Always something new. Always something to figure out and handle with whatever knowledge I can, get my hands on. Never have enough, right? Because there's always, the task is always ongoing. Never gets done. I mean, if I could just get the right knowledge to do the task and get it done, then the journey would be over and the dream would be over. But that doesn't ever happen for the person. So, I'm just talking about, this is the story we all know. The story of the person, of me, in life. The life story of me. Me, the person. So the thing about this, though, is that story, that journey, it's going on as the appearance, right? Life. But it's not, there's no one who's on that journey, is the point. There just isn't one. That journey, that person who's on the journey, isn't real. The person isn't happening. That's the thing. This is what's happening. This is always what's happening. Just call it this. What is this? This right here. Just as it is. And it's not a journey. It's not moving on a train anywhere. It's just although it seems to be, in that there seems to be a story made out of this. So there's the illusion that that's what happens. The person seems to kind of take over things. I'll take over. Let's go off on this journey. And now we're in a story, but that never actually happens. So no, there's no one on the journey. There's no one ever, I mentioned that it always, nobody ever remembers getting on the train, right? I don't remember getting into my story. How did I show up here? How did I get into this spot? How did I get on the train? I don't even have a ticket in my pocket, right? There's no evidence of any of that. There's just me on my way, in the middle of the journey, right? So, like I'm saying, that's a clue that it's a dream. It's not happening. So what is happening, we could say, is this, which it's not going anywhere. It's not a story. We can't tell the story of what is. It just simply is as it is. It includes everything. But it doesn't proceed to anything. It just is what it is. It seems to be moving. It seems to tell a story of moving and of a person. But there is no person and there's no movement. Because it just stays this. It's just this. And that's what there is. So all this journey stuff, all these stories of movement and traveling and adventure and things happening and things to do and things to learn and things to know and patterns to recognize and problems to avoid and problems to solve and on and on. That's the story. That's the appearance. It's appearing in this, you could say, as this, which isn't appearing, it isn't anything, it just is what it is. It's what there is. And all the stories are what is not. There's never been any story. There's an appearance of all kinds of things, but it's not ever been here. There's just here. Here is what is. Period. End of story. And the me, who's on the train, is having the journey, having the adventure, the experience of life, of this world, moving world in time, telling the story. It's not happening for anyone. There's no one there. There's no one in the story. That's the thing. There's no one anywhere. There's no one in the story and there's no one here. But the one in the story, which is the person, and it feels like me in the story, is living a life. And that's the dream. The dream is that I'm that one. But actually that life is going on for itself, we could say, for the dream. The dream is being lived for itself. Seems like it's mine. That's the illusion. That's the identification with the dream, we could say. But I never got on that train. That one in the dream, in the story, is riding the train. And I somehow connected up with that story as if it's me. But the only me that I have, the only real, called natural reality of me, who I actually am, what anything is just this, just as it is. It's not moving, right? Nothing to do about this. There's lots to do in the story for that one that's riding the train. And there's a feeling that I'm that one. So I'm, in a sense, living not living as what I am, which is just simply going on as this, as whatever it is. It's happening without a me. I would just say that we could call it, that's my real life, just to use words. It's not a life. It's not even real in any absolute sense. It's too real to be real. It's what is, beyond any kind of story. It's just what's here. And then there's the illusion that I'm something having a journey, writing a story, because there's an identification with that one that's showing up. So in a sense, the me, the person, it's a funny little, it's like somehow reality has gotten hijacked and is now being lived as if it's that dream. And that's the confusion, because that isn't real. The only thing that's real is what is, which is just this, as it is. Nothing else available. There is no dream available. There's no livable dream, right? The only thing in the dream is just this story of living. So in a sense, the me experience is kind of a weird trade-off. I've traded in just experience as it is, or life, whatever, I don't know the word to use. Natural reality as it is, which is just this, which is just what is. No, nothing else. There is nothing else. Never has been, never will be, never can be. This is what's available. So it's as if I've traded that in for this train trip for no one, but living as if that's some kind of life that I'm living. That's the feeling of it. And that what I haven't gone into here is that the person on the train having that journey, having that experience of an endless story, is searching. That's what it's called. It's a train of seeking. It's a seeking train, because everyone on that train is looking for something else. That's where the train's going, bound for somewhere else, bound for better times, better experience. That must have been in the brochure, right? Hop on the train and get a better experience, a better version of whatever there is. It's good advertising, but not that good, because there is no better than this. There's this as it is. And there's a fantasy and an imagined story of something better. And that's what all the me's on the train are looking for. That's what that dream is about. That's what the story's about. Bound for better. And there isn't any better. That's the trouble. There's just this.